with you. I learned from you. Tiptoe, so out of the door to your house. I know you know that this way leads me out. Outside to bright, you're within, I'm without. You're within, we all make mistakes. We do. I learn from you. We all make a mistake. We do. I learn from you. Please, softly, leave me no room for doubt. 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 Leave me no room for doubt. We all make mistakes.
Ask Mary.
Oh, Mary, do you have the lighter?
I learn from you.
Okay, I'll grab it.
We all make a mistake. We do. I learn from you. We all make a mistake. We do. I learn from you. We all make mistakes. We do. I learn from you. Please, softly, leave me alone. Please, softly, leave me alone. Without. Please, softly, leave me alone. Please, softly, leave me alone. Without. Leave me alone. Without.
I need to be alone. I need to be something. And I can be with people, but not talking.
It's a Phoenix Detroit. It's a giant. Joe Biden leading this 54-45. So that's what we're looking at here.
You may say, think about what you're trying to do to me. Let your mind go, let yourself be free. Oh, freedom, 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 freedom.
Yeah. I'm strictly a man, you're a DM. I get things done that you can't comprehend. I think it's straight, Let's love hours too. I've been to Italy, the water in Venus, the water in Venice. It's on Mars, it's on Pluto. I am Uranus. Let's don't forget the sun, yes. And the moon and the stars and the waxing and the waning crescent. By far the most interesting thing that I learned about the universe inside the Asheville and Sonic Earth. The word prophecy is that you and I will someday live in a world of anarchy, which makes everybody rich, everybody except you and I. You see, we only die and we multiply. Yes, we die, but we multiply. Yes, we die, but we multiply. Yes, we die. Tell me how. Set me up. Was arrested for a 187. I was arrested for a 187. Y'all can't handle the truth in a courtroom of lies. Purges the jurors, witnesses, spies, crooked lawyers, false indictments, publicized entertainment. Buying raiments, my subpoenas, high-profile gladiators, and bloodthirsty arenas.
By 2 or 3 percentage points, Maricopa County. It's about 60% of the electorate. If Donald Trump is able to juice his turnout and support, it would bring here to the state of to this town of Willamette City, Miami County, a place that won by 55 percentage points. If those are the numbers, I think that we will continue to be waiting to see.
Say, whoa, oh no, you got to go. Cause you and I were never meant to be in our picture. You and I were never meant to be. You and I were never meant to be in our picture. You and I were never meant to be. C, 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 C. A, B, C, D, E. F, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my hip hop ABC. Next time, won't you sing with me? Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me. I'm horny as fuck. Don't like to touch. That's my husband. He won't give a fuck. And don't give a fuck until I start cruising by the element in the radio and the stereo. Fuck that thing. Pumping it, you hearing it, I'm feeling it, giving it, I'm taking it, I'm throwing it, I'm learning it, I'm seeing it, I'm taking it. From the beginning was the beat, and the beat was the rhythm of God. Rhythm of God. In the beginning was the beat, and the beat was the rhythm of God. So I say, Inshallah, Masalam, Assalamu alaikum, 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 yeah. Since she escaped her father's fate, warm embrace, cool nights, long chases, down memory lane of the journey. Towel-shaped fate, I earned it. Now my name's Fia Hong. I don't like to smoke that far, but I love to smoke the most high. In the city, yeah, you know, yeah. If you come to the city, so you'll be looking pretty. If you understand what I'm saying, I'm not saying I'm straight, I'm saying I'm hating, I'm hating, I'm living, I'm giving, I'm truthful, I'm honest, I'm nice, I'm special. Cause I'm true, I'm honest, I'm nice. I have paid the price to be yours for life. To be yours for life. That's what they call me, I'm your wife. You're the shirt for wife. Can't take my life. Cause I've got some best right.
Just last week, you saw her take the stage, and the president, in quite a demeaning way, essentially said, Martha, you only have 1 minute. Nobody wants to hear this. Why? Because you saw her numbers below where his numbers are at. Based off of some of these early numbers, it appears that Donald Trump is outperforming her in the state, and there's the chance that tonight, not only could Arizona pick a Democrat from the White House, but also in its second presidency. Oh yeah, I don't wanna lose you these times. I wanna
No time, I'm again a winnie wanna your love they do me one time. Oh my, I'm gonna hold me. Show me how you feeling this night. I'ma say your love, say now winnie wanna your love they do me this night. Yeah, I need your grace. We never regret. My love no get shape. No matter the case. Come music keep the bass. My sweet bass. So my love no get shame. For you all day. Every night, every day, every day. Me go need my baby to call on me, close to me. Yeah. By the time when you dey wake up in the morning, man, I dey buy you side for me, make it fall for me. Oh yeah, joro, 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 ja, joro, 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 ja, joro, whoa, whoa. You want to keep it? This kind of love, it dey do my body tanana. It dey make me one day your life for hanana. Yeah. This kind of love, say it dey do my body tanana. It dey make me one day around you hanana. Dance to my photo, make you banana. Oh la, choro, 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 jara, choro. Never leave me when I need you by my side. I'm all I just suck when you can. Oh, choro, jara, choro, choro, jara, deep down, baby girl, I know you wanna deep ride, but every night she says she just wanna climb on it. See us things boom with it, put design on it. Wow, wine, baby girl, I know you wanna deep ride, but every night she says she just wanna climb on it. See us things boom with it, put design on it. Wow, daughter one time now. I saw you there, I'm almost daughter two times. So I'ma do it one time, I'ma give up on me do it two times. Star boy, she do.
The focus of the Biden team, the electoral map, the resources, the campaign,
Yeah, the world is so small till it ain't. I'm building up a wall till it breaks. She hate it when I call, and it's late. I don't wanna keep you waiting. I hope I never keep you waiting. I think I know it all, but I don't. Why you always at the mall when you're broke? And I just wanna ball, maybe dunk, but I've never been tall. Yeah, I might trip, I never fall. God knows I came close. Don't try this at home. I know I probably need to do better. Fuck whoever, keep my shit together. You never told me being rich was so lonely. Nobody know me. Oh well, hard to complain from this 5-star hotel. I'm always in the rush, I've been thinking too much, but keep it on the hush. No one need to know, just us. That's really all it takes.
Don't need nothing but today. The world is so small. Till it ain't, yeah. I'm building up the wall. Till it break.
Making a mixtape.
She hates when I call. And it's like,
We have Coke too.
I just wanna get
We have Coke, honey.
I hope I never waited.
Not that kind of Coke. Coca-Cola. No.
I'm surprised, Mom.
I want some later. John, look at this.
Yeah, I saw that. I drew it in there.
I got a
Yep.
bad attitude, playing tell them how to move. No need for shame, I get more peace at slow speeds. Go beat the game, young control freak. It's cold in my veins, I'm below freezing. Snow season, baby. They know that I so need my space. Don't wanna grow old, so I smoke just in case. She say that I glow below the waist.
You put enough tea in there, girl?
That's just so PG.
You put enough tea in there?
Get up in a space and time, turn shapes and lines of a world. Ain't yet, won't make it, but I swear it's gonna be worth it. Ain't yet, somewhere above you keep reaching up. That's really all it takes. Don't need nothing but today. The world is so small. Till it ain't. Building up a wall. Till it break.
John, look.
She hate it when I call. And it's late. I don't want to wait it. I hope I never do. Wait.
Yeah, I saw it. It was,
Oh, you saw it.
was cool.
Nine times out of 10 I get it wrong. That's why I wrote this song. Tell myself to hold on. I can feel my fingers slipping in a motherfucking instant. Do you want it all if it's all mediocre? Staring at the wall and the wall full of posters. Looking at my dreams, who I wanna be. I guess you gotta see it to believe. I've been a fool, but it's cool. That's what human beings do. Keep your eyes to the sky, never glued to your shoes. Guess there was a time when my mind was consumed, but the sun coming out now, clouds start to move. Don't tell me nothing but the truth. I'm tired, I don't got a spare second. Win or lose. I don't keep count, nobody checking. Thank you, guys. That's Thundercat on the shaker.
You've just changed the characterization in terms of NBC News' projection in Arizona. In both of those states, NBC News is not just
I think I'm supposed to talk in between, but I don't know. Let's just like stand here and exchange looks.
In the Senate race, we're talking a little bit about that Senate race
That's
in
what- We people, that was called Small World, who are darker than blue. So, heard enough. Are we gonna stand around this town and let what others say come true? We're just good for nothing. We don't give you a boy's grown up shiftless chicken. Yeah, now we can't hardly stand for that. Or is that really what we're saying? We people who are darker than blue. This ain't no time for segregating. I'm talking about brown and yellow too. Love it. I never care. Saying I can't out. No real junkies. I just want another minute with it. Fucker, spit up, what's to never superficial, you gon' know it when it's bitch. Get up, set up, finna win the love to lose, yeah. Yeah, it was colder than the breeze, but the breeze ain't blowing like me, motherfucker.
Hold up.
You don't need to hold up. I can show you what it's seen, what it is, what it truly might be, nothing that you know of. You don't need to hold up. Some so able to be on. Take drugs to make it up, way up and beyond. Space shuttle Elon. Time we don't waste much. Fuck when we wake up and I have a sang just like Celine Dion. Catch me if you can,
Can't
but
catch
you never
me.
catch me. Damn. Whole lot of
Yes, I am.
all the way in with no exit plan. Already left in the jet, don't land. It's time to take come take a ride, kick side to side. I'm talking fly, got a pilot with me. Can I mind my business? Why you tripping? Give you something that your eyes can fix. Too close. I don't understand why you're doing the most. Love it, you believe it. Singing nothing without it. Yeah. Don't let them keep you down. What if I don't need it? There's something about it that just freaks me out. Yeah. I just want another minute with it. Fuck a little. What's the use? Yeah. What's the use? Yeah. Never superficial. You gon' know it when it hits you. Get up, hit up, center, finna win them up. Yeah. I'ma give you what you came for. Don't put too hard out. You know who you are. Set the bar so far, but far. We all day, all day. Rip long range with the yard. I know I should probably bring more, but you got to come. Cause I say the next man, money. When I had nothing, shit, it wasn't so funny. When it comes to the homies, nobody go. Look how far we came. Still they going good on my day. But it never worried my brain. That's turning like a hurricane, swerving till the sun get out of my. They don't get the fish, you cut him out of that front. I'm up 30 down, mouth plus chin. Been a while, but it's down to the mouth. It is what it is till it ain't. Yeah, you can love it, you believe it. Singing nothing without it. Don't let them keep you down. What if I don't need it? Something about it that just freaks me out. Yeah. I just want another minute with it. Fuck a little. What's the use? What's the use? Yeah. Never superficial. You gon' know it when it hits you. Get up, center, finna win them off the juice. Yeah. Make a little bit more noise for Thundercat when it's not. Yeah. How's your day? How we doing? We doing good? That's good. That's fine. Good. Solid, wherever that came from. Solid. Solid. Yeah. Right. Banter. I really wanted to have strings for this song because this one just means a lot to me off the album. And we weren't going to be able to travel with strings, so we sent these guys sheet music. And this is actually our first time. We just played it together for the first time like 20 minutes ago. So. It's a beautiful thing, man. Right. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Let me tell you something about music. It's beautiful.
Y'all in a combo boat.
How are they doing it?
South is a bunch of racist pricks. Like,
Yeah.
they all freaking like, what is wrong with you people?
Racist and misogynist and phobic.
Nowadays, all I do is shine, take a breath and ease my mind. She don't cry no more. Tell me that I get her high, cause an angel's supposed to fly. I ain't asking why no more. You know I take it if it's mine now, stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more. Yeah, I know what's behind that door. Okay, you gotta jump in to swim. The light was dim and this light was sin. Every day I wake up and breathe. I don't have it all, but that's alright with me. Take it nice and easy, took a flight to see. Send you back home with a light that's big. The whole team about to figure it out. We ice cold, that's what winter about. And sometimes, I wish I took a simpler route. Instead of having demons that's as big as my house, have a ball with it, dribble and bounce. Cause the party ain't over till they kicking me out. Yeah, isn't it funny we can make a lot of money, buy a lot of things just to feel a lot of ugly. Yeah, I was yay high money, looking for what was looking for me. I don't need to lie no more. Nowadays all I do is shine, take a breath and ease my mind. She don't cry no more. She tell me that I get her high, cause an angel's supposed to fly. I ain't asking why no more. I know I take it if it's mine now, stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more. I know what's behind that door. Okay, they ask me what I'm smiling for. Yeah. Because I never felt this high before. It's like I never been alive before. I'd rather have me peace of mind than see me and you ain't that different. I struck the fuck out and then I came back swinging. Takes time to finish, mind my business. A life ain't a life till you live it. I was digging me a hole, big enough to bury my soul. Weight of the world, I gotta carry my own. These arms I can carry home. I'm right here when you're scared and alone. You don't never gotta worry. I ain't never in a hurry. Even when it's 7:30 and the time is running low. When your heart get cold, see what's behind all the unturned stones. And I'm a pro when it comes to my job. But really I'm just trying to start believing in God. Yeah. Now when it gets hard, I don't panic, I don't sound the alarm. Cause I don't need to lie no more. Nowadays all I do is shine, take a breath and ease my mind. She don't cry no more. She tell me that I get her high, cause an angel's supposed to fly. I ain't asking why no more. I know I take it if it's mine now, stay inside the lines. 2009 no more. Yeah, I know what's behind that door. Okay, I don't need to lie no more. Nowadays all I do is shine, take a breath and ease my mind. And she don't cry no more. She tell me that I get her high, cause an angel's supposed to fly. And I ain't asking why no more. Oh no, I take it if it's mine, I don't stay inside the lines. It ain't 2009 no more. Yeah, I know what's behind that door. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Now, some people think about the fourth will already know.
Appreciate you all. Appreciate you guys for listening. Listen to the record if you feel so inclined. And have a great day.
Who won the election?
Sure. You remember in Iowa during the Democrat primary when there was a big mix-up about who won the election? We still don't know. It's amazing that nobody brings that up. Like they just totally just went away. So I can't tell you because looking at Iowa, again, big issue during the Democrat primary. Never really found out who won. There was also suspicion about New Hampshire. And Bernie Sanders who won that. I really don't know. It is so much of a misconception where it is, how much influence that vote has, what they can contest in court, how fast he was to do that, if he ever has. If it is decidedly won by either Trump or Biden, we kind of go on with our lives and let them flush all of it out. Why? It's still going to come down to our close friends.
Don't let them tell you anything different. They don't know about us, they don't know about it. I owe it all to you. They don't know about us, they don't know about it. As much as I messed up, always give me your best love. They don't know about us, they don't know about it. Sometimes I wonder what I did to deserve you. They don't know about us, they don't know about it. Don't talk about it, don't try to change your mind about it. Don't tell you things you don't want to hear, but we good. Don't worry about it, talk about it. Just let them know we already got it. Just tell them now we gon' work at it, we good. Don't worry about it. Don't think they know that you say so. Don't think they know. Don't think they know that you say so. Don't think they know. Don't listen to this. Could be what people say. Could be they don't know about. Could be how you feel. Could be and I bet you love me. They don't know about us. They don't know about it. Even though at my worst, they don't know about us. They don't know about it. And I know that it's different. Those are the best friends we're connected. They don't know about us. They don't know about it. What did I do to deserve you? They don't know about us. They don't know about it. Talk about it. Don't try to change your mind about it. Don't tell you things you don't want to hear, but we good. Don't worry about it. Talk about it. Just let them know we already got it. Just tell them now we gon' work at it. We good. Don't worry about it. Don't think they know about you. Say so. Don't think they know. They could be hard. Don't think they know about you. Say so. Don't think they know. They could be hard. Don't listen to this. It could be hard. What people say. It could be hard. They don't know. It could be hard. How you feel. It could be hard. They don't know about us. They don't know about it. They don't know about us. They don't know about it. Thanks for autographs and the chits. All it is, you stood by, you didn't doubt. You think you want some more? I do more than say. I'm out now, backing out. Cause I got my own mood now. After all I was, nothing came. You stood by, you didn't play, you didn't doubt. Think you want some more? I do more. If it wasn't for you, I don't know what I would do. Said I saw, don't think they know. Don't think they know, but you don't know. Said I saw, don't think they know. Don't listen to
year over year over year over year. And some of these rappers, I'm just gonna keep it all the way real, straight shot with no chaser. These candidates have said they were going to call them and make a connection, and they did. Now, I'm not going to throw out folks' names because it's their business to tell. But when you do that, people start feeling some type of way. You can't just keep ignoring a certain demographic and say, oh, well, ain't nobody listen to Lil Wayne, ain't nobody listen to Ice Cube. Well, why is it that they've been trending for days? Somebody listen to somebody. You can't ignore somebody that
Working on a weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit your block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, this shit too plush. Say my day's a number, but I keep waking up. Know you see my text, baby, please say something. Wine by the glass, man, a cheapskate, huh? Niggas gotta move on my release day, huh? Bitch, this is fame, not clout. I don't even know what that's about. Watch your mouth. Baby got an ego twice the size of the crib. I can never tell a shit, it is what it is. Said what I had to and did what I did. Never turn my back on FBG, God forbid. Virgil got the paddock on my wrist, doing front flips. Giving you my number, but don't hit me on no dumb shit. Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit your block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, this shit too plush.
It's cool, man. Got red bottoms on. Life is good. You know what I mean?
$100 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. I done flew one out to Spain to be in my domain, automata, bitch. Dropped $3 on the ring, caught up in the truck, little bitch. I was in the trap, serving cocaine, they ain't been the same since. Granted, she was standing right there while I catch play on the brick. I made them little niggas go hate while I Taliban in this bitch. I done been down bad in them trenches, had to ride with that stick. Who gave you pills and gave that dust, pull Central, nigga.
We've been talking about F the police and
too many convicts, they enrolled me to play in this shit. Grandma nonsense, get old summer spreading this bitch. They had the counter like lighting it up, nigga, anybody get it. I'm on a PJ lining it up, backwood for the stick. I'm trying to tote that Drake on London and it's extended. They gotta stretch a nigga, how we gon' die for this shit? Yeah, I ride for my niggas, I lie for my bitch. We some poor, high class niggas, made it, we rich. Yeah, I was at the band though, got a penthouse for a cloud city. It's like a shadow, live on my neck, my wrist. I got things told that talk different languages. Got brothers in my blood, Percocet.
I ain't gonna need front.
every time I
This shit sitting in the middle of the hood. I've been serving fiends, get my racks. About to buy me some studio time, make that song.
My daughter was 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, for real? I'm about to go big. You can't spit. I got bars, so you need a hard video. If I do the video, you got that ready. You got the vision. Don't gas me up. You gonna be bigger than Lil X. You see how his videos be popping, nigga.
$100 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. I done flew one out to Spain to be in my domain, automata, bitch. Dropped $3 on the ring, caught up in the truck, little bitch. I was in the trap, serving cocaine, they ain't been the same since. That's by the time I call for me. I go tremendo for the fettuccine. All fat though, carry the pink. All fat though, we bought up a piece. I'm in the loop with the groove. I'm in the loop with the groove. I put your face to the news. I put the puss on the shirt. After I murked that big go shoot up the purse. Cost me a quarter bird. Niggas birthday and you a maniac. A fucking 80-yak. How you spurting? Got that kitty cat. I'm having fun with that. Going Birkin. $100 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. I done flew one out to Spain to be in my domain, automata, bitch. Dropped $3 on the ring, caught up in the truck, little bitch. I was in the trap, serving cocaine, they ain't been the same since. $100 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. $100 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. $100 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. $100 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger.
That was good. That was good. Good. I just need one more. No, I need one more. No, one more. Trust me, please. One more. I swear, just one more.
Hey, you always say exactly. Hey, we need to change the lens. Yeah, change it up. We need a 35 mil. 35 mil, please. What do you want to do? You want to get? Yeah, one more time. You're the boss. You're the boss. All right, guys. Last one. We're going again. $100 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. Ooh, I done flew one out to Spain to be in my domain, automata, bitch. Ooh, dropped $3 on the rain, caught up in the truck, little bitch. Ooh, I was in the trap, serving cocaine, they ain't been the same since. Ooh, $100 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. $100 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. $100 for the cheapest ring, give me no finger, little bitch. $100 for the cheapest
I will tell you, me as a single mom, have been offered opportunities. And I don't have wage money and 50 cents money and none of their influence. And I didn't take those opportunities. So, yes, I'm opportunities. But believe it or not, some people actually stand on their place. Instead of focusing on the sick I pay, focus on some of you donors who are donating to the campaign. Because they're the ones that are getting paid and actually owe somebody for their money. So, that's a larger conversation, and I think it's a great question. But they don't get it. And I guess but a lot of them do. And a lot of them get what you want from the United States. You have to support mom and all of them. They put it in a restaurant. They take it to another level of influence.
Good morning, silence. Good morning to myself. Good morning to the baby, the center of my chest. It's crazy how much I miss a simple good morning kiss. Good morning, your lips, it's a lonely I know I said I wanted this, but I have regret. I pray for God's will to be done. The very next day you were gone. Good morning to the harsh realities around. And good morning to the fact we're not husband and wife. We made a promise to stay. Destiny got in the way. Good morning, acceptance. Good morning, inner strength. I'm loving every moment, even the strength. It's crazy how much I miss a simple good morning kiss. Oh, it's crazy how much I miss. Now it's time for me to live. Oh. morning optimism. Good morning to my face. Good morning to the beginning of a brand new day. I know that God's will be done. So I lay down my pain and I'm moving on. I know that God's will be done. It's a good morning after.
No other thing does it. They take over our communities. They take over different establishments that they own, other ethnicities. They don't sit around saying, let's just have one big shop, one big. They monopolize it. We can still be unified and have our own armies that are pushing different agendas. And whoever pushes the agenda first and gets there first is the winner. As long as it is collectively for black people, I don't care what side that you're on. As long as it's about collectively pushing the line of black people, we all win. Let's stop arguing about all people on the same page. I think that's just
What do you see with Donald Trump right now, though? And I will say this. What do you hey, you know, that's wrong. You should have done that. Like, I think that is what we just saw recently with the Trump trains and how it surrounded the campaign bus for Biden and Harris to run the that type of behavior. So, what do you think is happening?
Jeff Bradshaw and Brad Sutton.
Election day, riots, violence. Do you think that?
Welcome to our edition of Tiny Desk Concerts. We are the legendary Cooch Crew. My name is Questlove. Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3.
you know, they talk that shit on Instagram, Twitter, you know, they say, oh, I'm gonna be ready, I'm gonna be this and that. These things ain't gonna go on. It's a lot of people behind us. But what it really comes down to is, if some sports want to follow somebody, go follow them too, like that other video. Try, got ran out. I think you know, they and I think for the most part, this idea of, oh, everybody in the country is about to go crazy, it's about to become civil war. I see this a lot of people around my life, and I think we get to that a lot. I know the idea of play that, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it real.
No, Waltman, a friend from Twitter.
When Biden wins, if he wins, there's a certain section, opposite section of politics that feels okay. No matter what, we'll always do. They don't do the smart thing and say, hey, we need you close. And I can afford to get close to you. Going back to the relationship now. If I take you back, it doesn't mean that you get comfortable. It means you're really supposed to be on top of your game. So I feel until there's a big loss enough for people to really hurt, for the middle class to really hurt, like the lower class and the poor, I don't know if we'll ever, get to that place until that happens. America and humans are very self-involved. They're self-centered. Just like they say, oh, Wayne is doing it because he's self-centered. Well, you self-centered too. Most people, what do we say? Self-preservation is first. So until we get out of that space and start thinking about others and what others may possibly be going through, and not even just thinking about it, empathy is not enough. You have to hurt sometimes. Like something has to hurt you enough to make you say, I stand for the crime bill because of people that I know that did time. Not because I watched When They See Us. Great movie. But until you writing somebody in solitary confinement, till you putting money on somebody's book, till you see how it mentally damages them after doing that time in prison. And I'm talking about first-time nonviolent offenders. I'm not talking about everything with the crime bill. I'm not talking about violence. I'm talking about those that did drugs. I'm specifically talking about first-time nonviolent offenders. Until it hurts you, until you on the phone in tears like I was last night with this same person, you see things differently. It's kind of like when you were young, you get your ass whooped. Like something needs to sting enough. So, Charlamagne, my answer to that is until it hurts a little bit more, I don't know if they'll ever take our vote for granted. Take our vote the way it should be. Shout out to the Latino community in Florida for showing them you're going to have to market to them and you're going to have to give them the whole bag before they move. Latino voters in Florida are split right down the middle.
Yeah, it's just
Cuban
weird.
Americans.
No, I'm saying it's just weird that, black women make up the biggest voting bloc in the Democratic Party. Black men make up the second biggest voting bloc in the Democratic Party. And we got to beg them to have things like a black woman. You know what I mean? Like, that's weird.
Well, I mean, it kind of fits going back to the relationship, narrative. As long as you keep coming home and you can always tap me on my shoulder. You remember that song, KBB, that Destiny's Child? She said, tap me and I'll roll over. Well, shit, you rolling over, so we'll do what for what? You already said you're going to...
We ain't even get tapped. We just rolling over legs.
Just rolling over legs wide open.
In your opinion, what did you think Ice Cube did wrong? Because I hate how they keep lumping Cube in with people who have vocally advocated for Trump. He didn't do that.
Right. He did not do that. The Trump campaign put out first, that Ice Cube was quote unquote working with them. I did a commentary saying that it's amazing that you guys have never believed Trump, never believed that surrogates, but now all of a sudden the Trump campaign say they're working with Cuba, but all of a sudden they're your most trusted source. So I think the way it came out, or I know the way it came out, put him in a position of defense. So he had to defend himself, and we all know because most of us have had stories lied on us. Everybody that is in this space has had some reporter lie. It's happened to me. Making up a story, never asking my opinion at all, writing 3 whole lies about me and running with it. All of us have had that happen. And we all know from experience, not from talking in the comments, that once the lie has gone out the train station, you almost never catch up, with that. And so I don't know if that was something he could have, controlled. But I think once they put his back against the wall, like with Cuba, what did you do and talking to him? I think he was like, shit, hey, I went to both parties. It is what it is. Now, people can disagree with that. And I can't say whether that's right or wrong. But I think the way that it came out, it was just too hard. He owns the big 3. So we all know that basketball, like once it's all out, once the points are on the board, you can't get them back. So I just think the way it rolled out. What I would say is this. I would like to see him. I know that a lot of experts are behind him that help him craft that policy. I would like to see them involved in the conversations that he's having when he's interviewing, so that he can defer some of those deeper conversations to them, so that they can articulate it in a way that everybody can get it. We all have a role to play. You can touch people that they can never touch, and they can touch people that you can never touch. So I think the thing I would like to see now is, as we move forward, how do they articulate that message to make sure that everybody, is getting what he's trying to say. And if you don't rock with you, just don't rock with him. It's cool. You really don't give a damn. That's clear.
Now, when it comes to just the elections coming up, right? Besides the president, what else should we be keeping our eye on? I know we're looking at Senate races, we're looking at Supreme Court and all of that. So what are some things that you should tell people to be looking out for? And if you haven't voted yet, how do you get all that information on local politics?
Absolutely. Well, I would hope, and I think we got to get out of this, they just need to read it online. They just need to read it and look it up. That's condescending. It doesn't relate to everyone. A lot of people don't understand what they're talking about. I did over this weekend. I was talking to some homies. I was explaining the Electoral College versus the popular vote using Inglewood family. That was the way they got it. They got it right out the gate. So I think the ownership is on us who are in it, to reach out to those who have questions and not have a condescending attitude, to explain things. That's what the ownership falls on us. It's not necessarily at all. Those are general advice. But what I would say is that I would hope at this point, you do know where you stand. I think this is a very clear election. You're either for or against Trump. It's really not even about Biden at this point. It is against Trump or for Trump. You like the way this man is leading this country, or you don't. I hope you still get out on election day. I hope you make your voice heard. I'm not one of these ones that push a line from one or the other. I think you got enough celebrities. I'm not a celebrity, but enough celebrities, commentators, rappers, whoever that's screaming and yelling and crying on IG and begging for. That's just not my get out. I just want people to be involved, but more importantly, I want you involved, the day after the 4th. But those swing states are very, very critical. So if you are in Florida, it is important that you make your voice heard for sure, because they need to know you're on the map. Whatever way you go, I just want them to know you're on the map. Arizona, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Florida. These are the kind of, Texas is almost swinging blue. Why? Because Beto ran. Georgia's almost swinging blue. Why? Because Stacey Abrams ran. Those are the kind of things where we can show that if you continue to keep pushing the line, it will bubble up and we'll get the power that we need. So I just want people to be counted. However you want to count it and however you want to move it, do what works for you, but be counted if nothing else. And pay attention to those local races. You look at Daniel Cameron. People got a lot to say about Daniel Cameron. Vote him out with Breonna Taylor. But guess what? That seat was a Democrat seat since the 60s. He's the first Republican to have that seat. What does that say? And he won that in 2019. So that tells you that Republicans are moving on the state level. We could very well win with Joe Biden and lose everything under Joe Biden, and we're right back to where we were in the first place.
One thing I did before I voted was I did get a sample ballot so I could make sure that before I went in to vote, I knew who was on there, so I knew who I would be voting for. So when I went in there, it was just quick.
Yeah. There's things like in Florida, you can vote to have minimum wage increase, to $15 an hour by 2024. There's things in California, Measure J, that talks about money being allocated from police to the community to be spent on those resources, that we need when we look at the most recent shooting with, mentally ill in Philadelphia. There's actually things on the ballot right now, that can help those things. There's been over 100 cities that have changed some type of policy in regards to police reform since the killing of George Floyd. Those are the things that people also need to hear, because people feel like we're not winning on any level, and that's just not true. We are winning on some of these levels, but we're so distracted with the federal side that we can't really have that conversation. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, even in Jersey, man, I don't know if people realize when you turn that ballot around, you can vote on whether or not to legalize recreational marijuana.
That's right.
I definitely hit yes for that.
That's right.
And I remember Amendment 4 that was in Florida, that was on the ballot, and that passed, and that was a huge deal.
That's right. So that's the stuff that they keep us distracted from, because that's the stuff that actually makes a difference, like the day after. It's not, when you look at these state level and local level and mayors and city council, those are things that can be added to the agenda and takes, in Orlando, we have a council of 5 or 6 votes. Those are things where it just takes a simple vote to pass and it's implemented immediately. And so we have to really start doing that. I'm hoping that you guys will continue to keep pushing the line. I thank you for at least being the most politically involved, AM station, not AM, FM, just across the board. You know, we're keeping these conversations going. I know you get a lot of slack for it, but the reality is somebody got to have these conversations, and I'm hoping that you got, well, I know you do, but I'm looking forward to you guys continuing to have it. Hopefully we get a Southern strategy together so that in 2024, the first quarter, we can start negotiating what needs to happen with Black folks, because that is our most in critical time. The Democrat primaries in first quarter, not fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, we're in fourth quarter right now. It's about the Latino vote, and it's about white women, and it's about suburban. So our negotiating time, really what our biggest leverage was in the Democrat primary, and I'm hoping we get ahead enough of the game so we can have that real conversation next time around.
I got one more question for you, and it's in the vein of this. We had Jim Clyburn on yesterday morning. He said in the first 100 hours of Biden being in office, first 100 hours, he wants them to form a committee to see the impact of the 86 mandatory minimum sentencing, as well as the 94 crime bill. And once we know what the damage is, then Biden can atone for it. What would you like to see this administration do if they get in Biden-Harris? What would you like to see them do in the first 100 days?
I would absolutely like to see that. I wish Jim Clyburn would have said that when he was endorsing him, instead of just we know Joe and Joe know us. See, that's the kind of thing that in politics that really bothers me, Charlamagne, because they hold these nuggets that I feel would be so critical that would have made a difference, so that we wouldn't have had to argue this last year about Joe Biden had that been said in the beginning. But we play these, but this is no shade on him, I'm just giving you how I feel. We play these political games and say, well, let's not say that right now, let's just get them in and then let's say it later. But see, what happens is you've had us arguing like hell over the crime bill when that should have been said out the gate, so that it wouldn't be so hard now.
That's right.
So, of course I want to see that. Of course I want to see immediate accountability, not this game of whatever it is. I want to see economics. I want to see a lot of Mike Bloomberg's policies that he pushed. What about adopting some of his policies? He talked about black businesses. They never talk about black business at all. Like, it's almost like they just, we don't even exist. You know, I want to see that happen. I want to see healthcare reform. I also want to see more opportunities on the state and local level. There's a lot of, I really want to see their messaging just change. When you talk about, and I'll say this and shut up, but when you talk about state level, county, Medicare, basically like a Medicare for all, Harris County has a county medical plan. I broke my ankle last year this time. One day in the hospital without even getting my ankle fixed. I had a $27,000 bill.
Damn.
For one day, and I got the receipts to prove it. That wasn't even fixing the ankle. Had it not been for a county assistant program, because I'm self-employed, I'm a single mom. So on paper, I don't know what people think, I'm not rich at all. I was able to apply for assistance to get my ankle fixed. I have somebody in my family that had a broken ankle, a friend of the family that had a broken ankle, could not afford going to the hospital at all, and her leg was amputated because of the infection. Oh my God. Like, that's real shit like going on in people's life. Why don't they talk about that? Why don't you talk about how those types of policies, that's actually when you talk about Medicare for all. There's policies, it's called Harris Health in Houston, Texas. There's actual policies like that. My friend, you know, Charlamagne, I talk about all the time, Paralyzed in LA. He's under a program called LA Care. That's a Medicare for all type policy that is on the county level. This man has went through rehab, has been able to get shelter for the last 2 years under a county program. When we start talking about that, then it makes sense to me. And that's what I want to see. I want to see them really engage with their state and local and work in a coordinated effort and start supporting some of these Democratic candidates. Florida is not doing well because they don't support the candidates. The black candidates specifically, the Democrat candidates specifically. They always show up and help because it's just the right thing for them to do. But I know for a fact they do not invest. And they have to do that. Y'all remember when Stacey Abrams, we all were on every outlet, MSNBC, Fox, CNN, everybody was saying support Stacey Abrams. For those who are listening, there was a reason why we did that. We did that because they were not supporting Stacey Abrams until we pushed the line and made them support Stacey Abrams. Andrew Gilligan. I remember when nobody knew who he was, and then he came to y'all show and it all switched up. That's what this Democrat Party needs to do. From Jen Clyburn on down, it's not even about Biden. It's about these leaders who have been in office 30, 40, 50 years. They know the right thing to do. They just need to start doing it.
Word. Her name is Tedlyn Figaro. She's the host of the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on Black Effect.
It's a pleasure, Ted.
Networks. Always a pleasure.
I hope we are working and celebrating in the next week.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna have some of that tequila on your back.
I got you.
I'm gonna drink some of this.
Hey, tell them where to find you, Ted, so they can tell them where to find you so they can argue with you if they want to.
Yes, please. Tesla Figaro on all things. TEZLYNFIGARO. Instagram, Twitter. I do not accept Facebook because y'all trolls ain't gonna follow me everywhere. I'm gonna have some sanity some damn way. So follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And get on Twitter, y'all. We gotta start pushing people to Twitter because that's where information is. That's what politicians pay attention to. They don't pay attention to Instagram. It's funny because when Wayne put out the tweet saying he supported Trump, somebody on my Instagram said, "Oh, he didn't say it on Instagram. He said it on Twitter because Twitter is where it matters." IG is anti-information. It doesn't allow you to share links, only videos and pictures. It's a reason for that. Get on Twitter, get involved in Twitter, and let's start having this conversation.
All right, Ted. Thank you
so much.
Breakfast Club. Persia, Jill, Golden, Tracy, how are y'all?
Hi.
Tonight's episode was Girlfriend-ish.
Yeah. The ish. We made it into the ish. We made it.
How did this happen?
Well, I think we've been wanting it to happen for a long time, and you've been one of the people that have been really vocal about that.
Absolutely.
Which, I mean, can we all say thank you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you all for years of entertainment.
The gratitude.
10%? What are we on?
This is good for me right here.
So it happened really organically in terms of Blackish. ABC was doing a reunion night. So this episode, all the shows, or it's a week. I'm not sure if it's a week or a night. And our showrunner, EP Courtney Lilly, said, "What do you think about Gert?" And then I was like, yes.
Wow.
And then called each of them individually. I didn't want anyone to feel pressured. You just never know. You don't want anyone to feel like, it didn't do a group text. And
Thank you for that.
Oh, yeah. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just saying group text.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, maybe we should do one and call it Girlfriends.
We should.
But
That would be dope. I'm surprised y'all don't have a group.
We don't mind.
I really should
Totally
do
after
that. I feel like we need to do.
has a group text.
But we need a group text, and can we also do one on Instagram so we can share stuff with each other? You know what I mean? It's easier. Okay, Golden.
I know, I'm antiquated.
Okay,
I know.
I
I'm
said,
you can do that.
can you do that? Okay, we'll get her up to speed.
Yeah.
However, so it was an organic thing, and then it was an absolute yes for me, and I called each of them, and it was an absolute yes for each of them. And then we also have Reggie coming on because you got to finish the tableau. It was a the episode story already existed, and it perfectly fit in. So we're doing an episode on feminism and the divide that occurs. What did you?
The racial divide.
Yeah, the racial divide in feminism between white feminism and black feminism. And Bo is in a group that is not diverse, to say the least. And her suggestion is, let me bring in some of my friends. And so I opened the door, and they're my college friends.
And here we are, not diverse, aka very white.
Yes, all white. Yeah.
Well, it's diversity does matter, and it's important for us to be in the room. How true to life was tonight's episode for all of y'all?
In terms of that conversation around feminism, true to life, that occurs. I think everybody has blind spots, and I think it's easy for all the different kinds of privileges to become a blind spot for people. And in our country, whiteness is a privilege.
And I think in activism in general, just as an activist myself in other areas, I've seen the same thing happen where I've had to put my foot down and go, do you realize that's incredibly offensive to black people? They're just like, well, no, we're so worried about this or the animals of the planet or this, that. And you're like, yeah, but that matters to me too. But that doesn't mean that this doesn't matter. But people do. They get just the blinders where they get tunnel vision on one goal and forget that they're being really insensitive and sometimes flat out racist.
And there's so many preconceived notions of who and what the black woman is in this country. And so I think I'm just so proud that we're able to, I mean, we don't go that deep into it, but just being a
22
woman.
minutes.
22 minutes, but I'm so happy that they're shedding light onto this. And
I see it. I've seen it in my own personal life, and you have to pick and choose your battles. You can't wake up fighting every day, but it takes platforms like this to be able to shed some light on it, which I more conversation about this. I mean, that's why Black is such a great show, and it's in the forefront. It's ahead of these topical issues. It will create dialogue.
Of what Black was.
Okay. Did you send it through Facebook or?
I'm gonna try to see.
I don't think I was aware
Okay.
of what we were doing.
It's like
No,
the Tamil
no,
folklore.
and that,
Of.
Girlfriends and our crew
Folklore
had
that is
the
very
whole
similar
thing.
to
We had such
me,
diversity,
voodoo.
and we were
Okay, I
led by
need some
Barbara
attention.
Steele,
The spirit
a
will
Black
mount
woman.
it.
Our writers' room
Wow.
was majority Black women.
I need
Our
attention.
crew, our director
Don't
of
watch the guy
photography
throwing up.
was Black women, and there was us. Yes, first AD, second
Oh,
AD,
see,
like all of
Times
that.
like
Our
this,
script
I'm glad I
supervisors,
have
Black women.
religion. Buddha will sustain me if the world does not. Says Buddha will sustain me if the world does not.
Changed the way I go forward in my career because it was such an assumption, and that's not the way it is. The other thing that I mentioned earlier that was really key, and I've noticed as I've gone out into the world in different
Where's the video
we were a
coming from?
cast of 4 Black women. The stories were our stories. They were told through our voices.
Oh,
but more
shit.
than that,
What?
the stories were
Let's
about
turn it
our
off.
relationship with each other, our
What
love
do you
for
mean?
each other, how we fought with each other, how we supported each other, how we held each other down. All of that. Held each other down? Yeah, that's it.
You take them for me. You're my daughter.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
I was like, did I just we held each other down? I'm like,
Just hold on.
and even though we had boyfriends, husbands, children, girlfriends, all the, yes, girlfriends, all these different things. The
What is this?
stories were
What's
about
playing
us.
or recording right now?
And that is very
Why
different.
did you turn the music
from
off? I was just
even one of
supporting the
the
music.
and so
I didn't.
that's actually
I
really
think it
funny.
just
Yesterday,
stopped.
one of our writers who's been on our
Oh no, it's playing this.
Oh.
Tears, I was watching you. Never seen you like
That's
that.
not.
We
No,
bring it
that's
out.
not
I mean, it's a different part of me that
Personally.
it was really exciting for me, and I see why.
How is this happening?
Why our show
Is that Kurt Franklin?
No, that's Charlamagne the God.
very special. It holds that really my heart. I was experiencing
We please play Spaceship.
we were sharing something that we all see in our lives. We don't
All you need to launch a culinary empire. Tools you claim everyone has in their kitchen.
I've been working crazy, I wish I could run these things high.
I swear.
As the sky. Oh, I've been working crazy, and I need shit.
What?
I wish I could
I don't understand.
run these things high. As the sky.
If my manager is talking to me again, I will be assaulting him.
Oh yeah. That's some Kanye was saying.
I stole, never get caught. They take me to the back and pat me. Asking me about some khakis. But let some black people walk in. I bet you they saw me taking back. Oh, not
That always reminds me of when we
put them
went
all
to
in the front of the store.
Rocky and
Break the next minute, no
the
smoke
Wild
sound with a
Goose
blunt in the
or
mall. Taking my
Pete Farley.
biting my hits,
Beans
biting
and
my
barley.
hits.
Tell Thaddeus. Tell Thaddeus.
We were making a complaint because the live music that they had, he had a Confederate flag on his guitar case. And so the woman, one of the managers comes out, this woman's like trying to talk us through it. She's manic, she's going off on her. And then so she goes back in and grabs this,
The only black guy that works at the restaurant.
who's a dishwasher, going to Maya to come calm her down.
Are you kidding? Because he's black.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Did you flip out some more?
Should I call him a house nigger?
Yeah. You must. But
Like what? Cause you black and go to fucking
Working with white like that.
But he it looked like he didn't even want to be there. He was just like, you know, like, I'm not paid enough for this shit.
This ain't part of my job description. Like,
But
I'm supposed to console black people too? Like,
because of their races.
You trying to cake? I'm done. No, seriously, I'm done.
We know.
It looks delicious over there.
That's my stuff. You want to go through it?
Well, I mean, we picked through it mostly. It's a lot of Crossroads stuff. The program.
Let me look.
But that stuff's going to storage.
Did you find any more clothes?
There are more clothes over there. Can you please go to my page?
That is, you have to see.
You gotta see this.
Oh, they cut it down. They cut it down.
What?
The little girl comes in and blows her candles out.
Right.
And when she looked at her, she looked at her like.
Go to Facebook.
She gave her a look like, how dare you?
Yeah.
Where are the clothes?
They're in storage.
Are they?
Yeah. Because we just got it. September 1st. No, go to Zornia Houston.
That's hilarious.
One of my co-workers said, yo, you look just like this kid I seen in the old Busta Rhymes video the other night.
What?
Go high and singing goes. No more cross of his cars and no TV. So the all had got snaps from me. And all that they back on TV. All turn they back on me. I wanna hear rap from me so naturally. Actually, have to face things factually.
Yes. Whenever you want.
So I will be taking no days off till my shit takes off.
Right.
I wish I could.
Sophia.
Yes, sir.
You're not listening to me.
Damn. Mary has the weed and she went to the store.
Where's she going?
Mm-hmm. I don't rap.
I wanna fly. I said I want my cherry up to pick me up and take your brother for a ride.
Ew, I do have a really Wisconsin accent.
Huh?
I have a terrible Wisconsin accent.
You're from here.
Yeah, but people from Wisconsin.
Do you know where my phone is?
Kanye, first and foremost,
Your phone is in the.
for making me do this shit, motherfucker.
Can you grab it?
I don't know where it is.
Had
With the
to throw
dining
somebody
room.
out the motherfucking room.
Where John sits.
I like to propose a toast. I said toast, motherfucker. La 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 la. And I am. And they ask me, I tell them. Raise your glasses, your glasses, your glasses.
Mary had it. Maybe she has it.
This is the last call for alcohol for the.
Can I use your phone?
Or what?
To talk to somebody.
Yeah.
The all around the world digital underground pop. The Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer of the rock. I take my chain, my 15 seconds of fame, and come back next year with the whole fucking thing. Ain't nobody expect Kanye to end up on top. They expecting that college dropout to drop it and pop. Then maybe he stopped, saving all the good beats for himself. Rockefellers on the edges that help. My money was standing in Sean Paul goatee head. That Sean Paul goatee air, cologne fill the air. Yeah, they say he bougie, he big kid. Would you please stop talking about how my dickhead is?
No, it's fine.
Infectious. Give me 10 seconds. I have a buzz bigger than insects in Texas.
It's not bad.
It's funny how I ain't no
nobody interested. Through the night, I almost killed myself in Lexus. Now I am.
I didn't even see that stuff.
And they ask me, I tell them.
That's not very nice.
Your glasses to the sky. This is the last call for alcohol.
Yeah, right, like a person who's left-handed. What? Oh.
Corey? Hey! We are trying to get ready for we're in the last days, so we're trying to get ready before the war starts. So we made Thai food, and we're listening to Kanye when he was saying, and waiting on Jesus.
Hey, I want to watch Westworld.
I don't know.
You should watch,
Listen, Corey, have you seen Westworld?
Strange Love Country?
Lovecraft Country.
Love.
No, you know if you've seen it.
Can you put that on?
You have got to see Westworld. Every season. You hear me?
Zola?
It will. You know the things you talk about. You gotta watch Westworld.
No.
Promise. You gotta watch it. It's on HBO.
Can you put it on there?
But now, my question to you was, do you think my 17-year-old is too young to watch Westworld? Because it is an adult show. It is not for kids.
Oh, I do have HBO.
No, but it is not for kids, Alma Olia.
So
it's for grown-ups.
I'm grown.
Oh.
No.
Do you have the?
Can you cast it?
Do you know the password to it?
I can cast it too.
No, but that one can't cast.
We
have to plug it in. We have to plug it into.
I was like, where do I want to go?
That one can cast it.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but it's not. You can't sit over. You know, together.
You gonna watch it now?
Yeah,
Lovecraft.
Well, but in Westworld, there's some sex
So
scenes.
is Westworld.
And I wouldn't want her
It's
watching that.
Lovecraft Country.
There's sex scenes in Lovecraft Country.
What's Lovecraft Country? Corey, do you know what Lovecraft Country? But you don't know what sex is,
The fact that you just called me Hadia. I'm surprised you didn't call me May.
Was it good?
She's getting old.
Man, who are you telling?
Like you know who you are.
I gave birth to you, but I can't remember your name.
Gets that way.
Okay.
Wait till you 40 something.
Okay, do I watch all the episodes or just?
See, this is pretty handwriting. I can never write like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you see that art, that box, the art on that box?
On this box?
Yeah. That's Benny LeDuc, and that was Mom's favorite artist, and then she found out that the artist was white. Look at the art.
Oh, and it's all African based.
I mean, it's like, it's really good, and I feel like she's not like
racist.
Yeah, like she,
yeah, people connect that way. I don't think we understand that.
Yep.
Like consider RZA. Like RZA's a black guy, but that dude's 8.
And you watch Westworld, okay? You're gonna love it.
So forever I'ma push it wherever, whenever. And I love you because you love my brother like you did. Just promise me you tell the story when you
This is the only handwriting that I
and if I die before your album
I
drop, I
was
hope promise that you will sing about me. Promise that you will sing about me. I said when the light shines.
There's Sophia. Congratulations on all you.
And at least she didn't do a Rachel Dolezal.
yeah,
At least she wasn't like, I'm black. You know, you're white lady.
Oh,
there's a bunch of different people.
Can you talk to me and look at
One
Facebook?
lady claimed she was Latina.
Okay, go to my page, the Smoke Book. There's no the. It's just Smoke Book.
Yeah.
Said she was a black girl from the Bronx.
Did she say that?
I said, what's
Says she's a black girl from the Bronx. Everyone's like, J-Lo, you're not.
I can't.
He identified with being black. So you think about it, you grew up in the Bronx and then you grew up around all black people and you are kind of grew up in that culture. I guess he sounds
I'm
like
Sam White.
I know because you grew up there. I see what you mean. Like, yeah, you know, like, he's like this because I grew
Look
up
at the
around.
smoke book. Look at the smoke book.
I saw the smoke book.
No, I asked them every day.
You better roll on. They probably about to roll up and smoke without you.
What is it? What was it? That's what this is.
So that was like that big book.
A doctor's approval is a waste of time. I know I'm straight. I probably live longer than you and never fade away. I'll never fade away. I'll never fade away. I know my fate.
Different multicultural groups to dance and drum.
I was at the bar for it.
Just perform their art, and brought in Dick Gregory, brought in like different speakers. I think, Gandhi's granddaughter.
Shop online at the Google Store to find great deals and savings.
James' son, different people. So, and it was funny because that's actually she had a video, like sort of like a documentary of her thing. And at the end of that scene, it pulls out like the crowd and he dancing before they met. Get that shit.
I want to see it.
Like the good shit.
I don't know.
Thank you, Faggins.
Getting money like youngins kind of reminds me of summers.
Savannah State College.
When it was just me and my cousins, cheese toast in the oven, now it's the beach in Uganda. Mama never told us it'd be days like this where we'd be comfortable enough to chill and raise our kids. On days like this, I blaze my split, cause life is like a book of page full pics. I let my good times outweigh the bad. 2 shows, collect the bag, hit the next city and pop a tag. I'm a cold turkey like I started my fast. Like for the ski mask, all of my past, fucking with gats, wildcats and selling crack, stealing and robbing and coming back to where we started at. The Jacks, the motherfucking Jacks, my shooters in the yard doing they sets. Memories all in my mind, I let a lot of time pass by.
Yes.
Funny. Can you read this?
Memories all in my mind, I let a lot of time pass me by. Higher than the sky, it was hard, but still made it.
Read it.
Ghost of Law Lucis, Tokyo Star Drift, the warrior acoustic, your mom using again.
Wait.
I'm tripping Jones.
That's what we need to talk about. What are we missing?
Clear holes. I need a more set. Cartier custom model. Yo, my wave look like homicide safe. That's bloodbath from Body Works. When it's shot at Joe, you niggas jump like Chris Smith. That gold 40 cal on my grip list. Fool of my Genesis. I sent 6 lit to Venice. I'm having nightmares on Elm Street. The gun on my belt peak. You can see his long nose looking Kruger. Feature your larynx under my sneaker. I smoke ether.
Planet Asia. I love this song.
It kind of reminded me of
The production, right? It's definitely. You got it. And maybe you want to listen to some MF Doom right now. I know it's weird. That's why I'm waiting.
Are there pictures in here too? I'm trying to read notes.
I think I'm gonna have to take a piece home with me. Mix it with some ice cream. Really get down.
The Greek god of light. Well, it was said, this is Greek mythology, that at one time the man and the woman were fused at the spine, and everywhere they go they roll together. They roll together. That's where roll with it. That's where it comes from. This is ecology.
Come with me now.
So
and I'll get you some lunch. I'll hook you up
they
with
started
some
talking shit, the man and the woman.
I hear you. That's cool.
And
Right?
the
Man,
missus
can't you
said,
guys just wait here about a half hour,
so
man?
you split
Yo, I'll
them
be
down
back.
the spine, and they spend the whole lot looking for each other.
Here you will find food for your body, as well as comfort for your troubled mind. I'd really like some soup. Bread and butter. Of course, my friend. But there's a few hands.
Don't you want to learn how to speak Korean, man?
Regular storage procedure. The same as now.
Learn from your mom.
The cop got next morning I went to the store to get some.
What kind of app was it? What kind of app was it?
Thanks for the drink.
Oh. What about like the Rosetta Stone? You think the Rosetta Stone would be a good way of learning?
The people have only those rights which I choose to give them. That's for their own good, believe me. I Jojo.
Yeah.
But the prisoner. Ah, yes. The young traitor who is trying to turn my people against me.
Start teaching me. You guys just start talking together. Start learning the linguistics together. So that way, when she get older and she decides that she's going to go to Korea to kick it, she already know the language. Oh, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm sure there's some, and you're an adoptee too. I'm sure there's someone out here that kind of caters to you guys in the sense of like, I know about you guys' history, I know you guys' story, and I'm here to actually help y'all reconnect. I would like to learn some African-based dialect, and I'm not even fronting, you know. But especially like if I do the ancestry test, and they're like, "Well, you're from this area in Africa," and I learn the language, you know. So when I go back and kick it, they'll know my story. Huh? A certain part of Africa? Only the Caribbean. Oh, I can honestly say that truth be told, like based on my my transpersonal experience, I feel like I'm more connected to something in the East, like the Tamil people in India, kind of thing, you know, like something like that. Yeah.
Okay, you guys listen to this. Corey, so tell them about the CREDO.
He's like a very, very spiritual African shaman of the people. And so, like the story goes, is that at one point in time, we were just spiritual beings existing here on this earth, you know, over in Africa, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Anunnaki came, the Anunnaki, you know, they came down, and in an attempt, you know, I guess to control, you know, humanity, they placed a root, you know, in one cave. They placed a green gem.
A red cave. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so what happened was, those who went into the cave with the red gem, they came out male, and those who went into the cave with the green gem, they came out female. We're pretty interesting because when we look at the chakra system, you know, the the red from that's that's dealing with the masculine energy, but from the green, which is the heart, the heart chakra, to the crown chakra, that's representing the feminine energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, like you can see it as a metaphor. You can see it as a metaphor. I mean, we can take it as a metaphor, or people can take it as literal. Or I kind of see it as a metaphor when I think about it, from the chakra perspective. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's what that was.
So like you said, before the Anunnaki, people were just like spiritual. Like, what state do you think that
They
they
were
were?
genderless and spiritual.
Oh, okay, like genderless, like androgynous, kind of.
Yeah, androgynous. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So we were all one, and then we became two.
That's it.
Do you know the Ojibwe prophecy?
No.
The 7 fires.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the Ojibwe prophecy says, we're all one people, and at one point, and then the earth separated, and the people went with it, and how you look depended, your melanation depending on where you ended up on the broken land. And they split because of animosity, jealousy, hater shit. They just got real human. So God said, I'm going to just break you guys up so we don't have to talk about this anymore. So the 7th fire Ojibwe prophecy says that all the nations will come back together again. And before they do, there will be many youth that will die. Do you know how they've been killing us? Many youth that will die in preparation for the reunification of the people. And it's almost like a Jesus story. Like, the coming is awareness, right? Instead of the coming of Christ, the coming is the awareness, the awakening of oneself. And so when that happens, the false prophets will get murdered. I mean, it's going to be war, so that the people can come back and become a family again. So all around we're going to come back. And America is that place where all the people from the world come back together. But there's going to be war first. And there's going to be a lot of male black deaths.
He did this with water. The water came in the form of a great
flood. It's called the Ojibwe prophecy.
This water fell.
Here's the Ojibwe creation story.
Thank you.
Original people, straight from the peaceful ways, began to argue and fight with one another. Brother turned against brother, and soon the Anishinaabe were killing one another over hunting grounds and other things.
Ojibwe prophecy.
Seeing that harmony and respect for all living things no longer existed on Earth,
I don't know how much there is on the internet about it. And you should also look up the Circle of Willis.
Water. The water came in the form of a great flood. This water fell upon the earth and killed the Anishinaabe people and most of the animals as well. Only now.
I'm going outside. It's 9 o'clock, man. School tomorrow. Go to sleep. Little big old shoes you got on. Boy, don't even fit you. Oh. Close the door. Come on. Girl, that's not how that goes. Go to sleep. I don't want that. I'm not following. That bunny is so funny looking.
No,
Zone, you guys kind of look alike. Look, you think he'll jump out if I take the thing off the top?
no. But if he does, I can too.
Look.
Take off the
Don't look at my toes. I'm so scared of touching it. Put the thing back on. Ooh.
He's so cute.
Hey.
He's so weird. He has the cutest bunny girl.
How you're gonna put me back?
That's all right.
Yeah, please. Thank you. Go ahead. What size shoe do you wear?
This is the size 1, but I can't fit them that big.
And you said you need snow boots?
Yeah, and the sweatshirt.
What size do you wear in shirts? Like a medium?
10, 12.
A large?
Mm-hmm. Whatever size this shirt is.
Come here. What size does Shay wear?
10, 12.
Shay does not wear a 10, 12.
Might be a 14.
Shay's a little chunky.
She got big muscles. She can beat me up.
You're so annoying. Go to sleep.
Wait,
I guess I'll get snow boots. Look at those boys now. This DSW has a sale. You just irk my nerves. Just an FYI. What's your favorite color? Purple.
Blue. But for sweatshirts, maybe gray. And brown.
You're such a lame.
Wow.
Offer. Yes.
For real? I had to.
May you are annoying. Be quiet.
I had to.
Shop, bro. Why can't I shop? Alright, kids. Oh my gosh. Go looking at boots. Go to sleep.
Why?
Go brush your teeth too, you little nasty.
You're gonna get cavities.
I'm not gonna get cavities.
You
Speak for
have
yourself.
toothbrushes.
Huh?
You have toothbrushes.
I do have a toothbrush here.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean I don't have one.
You have school tomorrow?
Yes.
Then you should go to bed.
Mind your business.
Mind your business. I can wake up at 8 and stay up until 12. I mean, wake up at 6.
Right. Like,
I usually sleep only 6 hours.
girl, you look like who did it and why. Ooh. What is that? Why are you walking in circles? Man, you're bored. Just go to bed.
I need to pee.
Then go pee.
Yeah.
You said you were what size? A 4?
No.
A 4 is the bigger size, right? For you.
What? I'm a size 3 or 2.
Go get a size 3 that you have and put them on.
I don't even know what I was size.
Well, you better check.
I only have size 2.
Well, I'll get you a size 3. She's so obnoxious. Hello?